Hello, and welcome to a new Redstone tutorial series that I'm starting. In today's episode, I will be explaining everything you need to know about item sorters and how to make them. Let's get right into it. The first thing that I want to go over is how the item sorters work. This right here is a single item sorter. It works by storing a certain item in the top hopper, in this case redstone dust, and 4 filter blocks, in this case blocks of iron. These filter items can be anything. I recommend using named blocks because there's a very low likelihood of these blocks ever making it into the sorting system and breaking it. As you can see, coming out of the back of the hopper is a comparator, which in this case checks how many blocks are in the hopper and outputs a signal accordingly. When another item of the same type comes into the full sorter, the signal strength changes from 2 to 3. This change causes the repeater here to activate, which turns off this redstone torch. This redstone torch is locking this lower hopper right now, which keeps it from pulling blocks out of this hopper. It's important to note that just the bottom hopper is locked, so it's important that this hopper is facing into nothing, because if this item hopper can push items, it will. You want this one to be the one that is locked so that it does not pull blocks out of the upper hopper. When the redstone torch is off, the hopper can pull items. Since the item that we want to sort is in the first slot here, it will pull that out first, bringing it down and into this chest. So you can take the redstone out of here, put it back up here, and you can see that it's being brought down now because the redstone torch is out, and it's going through this hopper into the chest. So that is how a basic item sorter works. Now that you know how an item sorter works, I will show you how to build one. Here is the side profile, which basically tells you everything you need to know since it's a 1 block wide system. But I'll show you an actual in-depth build of it too. Here are the blocks needed to build a item sorter. You need 6 building blocks, 3 redstone, 1 repeater, 1 redstone torch, 1 comparator, 2 hoppers, 2 chests, and 3 temporary blocks. This will also be down in the description for convenience. Now for the actual build. You want to start by building up 2 blocks with your temporary blocks and putting a chest on top. Then going out from the chest, you want to build 1 more chest, so it's a double chest sideways. Then, coming out of the back of the chest, you want to place a hopper, and then you want to place a temporary block on the chest, and another hopper going into that temporary block on top of the chest. You then want to remove all the temporary blocks. Now, coming off the back of the bottom hopper, you want to place 3 building blocks. On top of the first building block, right next to the hopper, you want to place a comparator that is coming out of the hopper. Next, you want to jump down, place a temporary block right here on the 3rd block, place a block in front of it, behind it, and below it, and then break the temporary block. Next, you want to place a redstone repeater in the hole, a redstone torch coming off of the block that the repeater is going into, and 3 redstone on top. Now you have completed 1 sorter. Once you have 1 sorter, it's very easy to build the rest of them. So you can just build off this first chest like this, put the hoppers going into the back of it, get up here, place down the temporary blocks, place the next set of hoppers, and see how all of them are going into nothing on this top. That's important. Next, you want to build your blocks here for the repeaters, place the repeaters on top, then you can extend these 2 blocks out like so. Place the redstone torches on the front, place the redstone on the back, and then the last step is to build up these last 3 blocks here. And place redstone on these 2, and the comparators on this one. Just like that, you can build multiple sorters extremely quickly once you have the first one. This is infinitely tileable, so you can build as many as you want in a row. There's no limit. Just as many as you want to sort items. Now that we can build item sorters, it is important to be able to move items over the sorters correctly. The best way to do this is water streams. To build a proper water stream, you want to offset it from the hoppers by 1 block, like this, so the water stream is next to the hoppers. This is important because items can get stuck in hoppers if they're in a water stream, and then you can lose that item. So to get the items to properly flow over the hopper still, even though it's 1 block off, you can use a chest like this, or you can also use a honey block, which aligns the items so that they have 1 pixel over the hoppers. This allows the hoppers to still pick up the items without them flowing directly over top of them. And I will show you that with these chests. So they flow, they hit the chest, and then they get sucked into this first item hopper. It is also important to note that these are half slabs over the hoppers. This allows the items to continue to flow along the path that the chest set them on, so that the hoppers can pick them up. Aligning the water stream like this also allows you to infinitely tile this without having sections of 8. With the water streams going directly over the hoppers, you have to have ice in between each hopper section, which makes it so you can only have sections of 8. And I show that here. You can actually infinitely tile this with this system. You just have to bring the chests down one so that the ice doesn't interfere with you opening the top chest. One other thing you can do with item sorters is pair them seamlessly with Shulker Box Loaders. A Shulker Box Loader does exactly what it sounds like. It loads Shulker Boxes with items. To implement an item sorter with one of these, it would look something like this. Shulker Box Loaders are also infinitely tileable. I will have another video coming out about the Shulker Box Loaders shortly. When I release it, I will link it in the description so that you can put these two systems together and make really good item sorters. That is going to be the end of this video. I hope you know more about item sorters and how to make them, and remember to like and subscribe if you learned something today and want to see more content like this in the future. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.